So I knew I said I wouldn't be doing any hypers anymore because my left ankle is weaker and I'm trying to rebuild it before I start landing on it. But I threw some hyper hooks at the end of the combos, and that's pretty much what happened. I tried landing on my weak ankle, I slipped, and then I kind of face planted, which peeled out some of my skin. So, whatever. Welcome back, guys. We are here with another video, or I'm here with another video, another ankle pain video. This one's going to be on plantar fasciitis. And if you're new to this channel is all about the best ways to prevent, approach, and deal with injuries. So to begin with, what is plantar fasciitis and why is this causing you ankle pain? Well, previously it was named this because plantar fasciitis means pertaining to the foot, and more specifically an inflammation of the fascia in the foot. And the fascia is basically connective tissue that surrounds your muscle and kind of holds it together. So if this gets inflamed, that's why you're having pain. But more recently, it's kind of been known that plantar fasciitis, instead of an actual inflammation of the foot, it's more of a wear and tear on the bottom or aponeurosis of your foot. And this can cause many problems because when you wake up in the morning, you have cold feet, you start taking steps. You take your first step, maybe 2 steps, and it feels like you're walking on glass. And then as you warm up your feet, as you continue walking, of course this gets better, but for the most part it shouldn't be like that, right? So the reason why it's like this is because the fascia of your foot actually have a lot of physical properties. So when they get warmer, they tend to be more pliable, more flexible, and more negotiable, I guess. And when they're cold, they're kind of tight, rough, hard, and they're easy to break apart. They're more brittle. So if you try taking steps in the morning with cold feet and you feel this sharp glass-like pain, you're actually breaking down the fascia of your foot even more, and you're making this problem worse. So my recommendation to you is that if you have plantar fasciitis, or think you have plantar fasciitis, or if in the morning you walk and it feels like you're stepping in glass, then maybe grab a sock and start to warm up your foot. You can do this manually, either with your hands kind of rubbing it together like you're building a fire, or just waiting for the sock to kind of warm up your foot. And do this before you take your steps in the morning, because this will actually help make your fascia more pliable so it's not ripping while you're walking. This is actually very detrimental to the healing process if you continue to walk on cold feet, so don't do it. A reason why you might have plantar fasciitis is actually over-pronation of the foot. So if you don't know what over-pronation of the foot is, it's actually the pointing outwards, or kind of rotating of your foot towards the outward way, is the best way I would explain it without using too many anatomical terms. Of course, a little pronation in our foot is normal. Those are normal biomechanics. But if you have too much of this, what this actually does is it stretches out the inside of your foot where you're feeling the pain, and then it allows you to put more weight on the inside of your foot, which is bad for plantar fasciitis because that's where we have all the pain. So if we put more weight through this kind of stretched out motion, we're actually making the fascia tear more and more. We want a little pronation in our foot, that much is normal, but we don't want to over-pronate our foot for fear of plantar fasciitis. So how do we fix this? Well, I made a ankle scar tissue video the other week. It has a lot of corrective exercises that can bring your foot back into the correct kind of biomechanical position, so you don't put too much weight on the inside or arc of your foot, but rather you are placing a lot more weight on the outside, kind of where you're supposed to be. It's supposed to be kind of a shared weight bearing thing, but not too much on the inside, if that makes any sense. So check out that video for sure. Basically what you're doing is you're pulling your foot inwards by placing your left hand on the medial malleolus of your tibia, so that ball-like thing on the inside of your foot. You're taking your right hand and you're going to pull your foot in, almost like you're forcibly supinating or bringing your foot inwards to the right kind of spot. So yeah, those are basically my tips on plantar fasciitis. Plantar fasciitis is very common. It happens to everyone. I still get it in the morning sometimes because I forget to do my exercises. But if you do the ankle exercises, they will help a lot. Basically, my reminder for you guys is to not walk on cold feet, because if you walk on cold feet, you increase the chances and risks of tearing your actual fascia. And I would also suggest not to start doing corrective exercise to kind of bring your foot back into place. Another good tip for you guys is to massage the actual aponeurosis yourself. So if you reach towards the bottom of your foot, towards where your heel kind of connects with the forefront of your foot, that right there is your plantar aponeurosis. And if you kind of push in with your thumbs and rotate with like a ball-like massage, you can actually loosen out your aponeurosis there. And this is good because you want that portion to be less tight, so that is more flexible. The more flexible it is, the less likely it's going to tear when you start weight bearing on your foot. So yeah, try that massage out. It really does help. You might feel some relief because there is a lot of built up tension there from just poor biomechanics. Let me know what you think. I hope these exercises worked. Really start to think about how you are weight bearing on that ankle, because that can impact you in very many negative ways. But yeah, let me know if that helps. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in another video. It's kind of still getting used to talking to this camera, but I think I'm getting sort of better, I guess. Bye.